Today's video is part of the hashtag EatKibe collaboration, so make sure you check out that hashtag to see all other people who have made some amazing dishes for this Lebanese focused collaboration. I'm going to present to you some Lebanese kaftas, and not only is it super easy to make, but it's very aromatic, and the final product is just out of this world. You have to try it. Let's get into it. A really exciting ingredient in this dish is sumac, which is kind of tangy, kind of lemony. It's going to be great in this kebab or kafta for fragrance and flavor. Plus, you also see here is the Lebanese 7 spice mix, which really is a combination of a bunch of spices like allspice, black pepper, cinnamon, cloves, coriander, cumin, and nutmeg. Now, mint is an optional ingredient, but it is truly recommended. Personally, it really adds a lot of fragrance, and when I look for a kebab, fragrance and just depth of flavor is what does it for me. And something that I'm doing with the onions is I'm using grated onions. Now, you can use finely chopped onions, but the point of using the grated onions is it's gonna meld together in the meat mixture much better, and because it's melded together, because there's moisture in the onions, it will help keep the meat moister. You can go for a chunkier texture if you go for a finely chopped onion instead. Also have some minced garlic in there. That is a must for me. Now just start adding everything into that bowl. I'm using some lean ground beef here, but if you want, you can stick with a medium grind as well. So I've added some fresh chopped parsley, the Lebanese 7 spice mix, the mint, black pepper, cumin, then some of that sumac, and you can taste it. It's really tasty, and you can of course always adjust the seasonings. All you have to do is make a small amount of the final meat mixture and then see what you want to put more of. Now, one thing I can tell you about mixing everything together is to avoid over mixing. The proteins, the fats in the meat, the more you stir it around, the more you mix it around, the more it will deteriorate and it won't be as tender, as flavorful. So instead of trying to mix everything properly with a spatula, which you'll fail with, you can either take a KitchenAid out, mix it with a palette attachment, or use your hands. It's messy, yes, but it's better for the meal. So choose the better part. You can wash your hands. Now just wrap it up with plastic wrap. You can let it marinate for at least an hour. It's just gonna help get way more flavor in there, but I'm gonna make it the next day. Okay, we're back. I have a baking sheet here with some foil and a wire rack on the top. That's gonna help create some distance and get some nice heat going all across the meat. Oven's heating at 400 Fahrenheit, but I will be broiling this. Now I want to have a nice thick skewer on each of these portions. So you wanna get a nice torpedo sized portion and literally press the skewer down the middle, as then you compress with your hands and try to keep that shape as even and uniform as you can. Again, don't overpack it, don't over press it. The less you touch it, the better it is. Believe it or not, the warmth from your hands can actually start to melt the fats in the meat. You can of course go smaller in size, and you can even have tiny little meatballs and make it in whichever other way you want. Like instead of broiling it, you can easily bake it, or you can grill it outside, or you can just pan fry it. Whatever floats your boat. For me, broiling it is the easiest, least amount of work, and the best amount of flavor, because living in an apartment, grilling is not an option. These are looking amazing right now, and I can't tell you how great this smells, but it smells incredible. So just imagine how nice it'll be once it's cooked. These are gonna go under that broiler, as I said, And before I close that oven, I'm gonna pour some water on that pan. Now, not only does that help protect the pan, but that vapor that's gonna evaporate in that oven will help keep the meat moisture as well. Make sure to turn it halfway around once you get some nice color on that first side. Get some color on that other side as well. I have some rice that I prepared earlier. It's like almost like a tomatoey pulao. I'm gonna serve these Lebanese skewers, these Lebanese kaftas with some garlic sauce, or toom I think is the right way to say it. That's how you make a authentic Lebanese kafta. Now, in case there's somebody watching from that region, then I would love to hear what you thought about it and what I could do to make it even more authentic in case there were a couple of missteps. I try to do my research, try to get it as close as I can to what I think it should be, but I'm always open to your opinions. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you on the next one.